Good morning from the start of stage 9, Saturday morning. As you can see, that heavy overnight rain has, well, it's not really happened, has it? Gregoire is just pulling his balaclava on. Can we jump in for a very quick word?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts this morning? What have you done with tyres? That's the interesting question this morning.
It's a bit of a mixed package. We expect some rain later in the morning, but not for the first stage.
What's the plan today, Gregoire? Obviously, you want to keep on learning, but the conditions are pretty similar to yesterday so far.
Yeah, so far it is, but we have a better road position, so at least we have the experience of opening the road on a clean surface, and it might evolve with, like you said, the condition and the rain.
Yesterday we talked a lot with Thierry. He was trying to pull out more of the mud and make himself an advantage. Will you try and do the same today?
Maybe not as much as him, but for sure, when there will be a cut, a clean one, I will try to make it dirty.
And any overnight changes on the car?
Yeah, we did some stage, because as I said, there's a bit of rain expected, so you want to have a setup where you can have a bit of a comfortable window to play with.
Yeah, good man. There we go. Gregoire will be first into the stages all day today. Taka's just reading his page of description.
Good morning.
Good morning. If you wouldn't mind, Taka, just a very quick one. What's the sort of stuff we're reading here?
Some specific phrases, something has been before, or something like stage description, but kind of informations of the specific phrases to memorize that. Someone had accident before, or I had something before, not to be surprised,
Yeah. Any changes to the car for you?
Yeah, for sure. Like whether going to be a bit more raining side, so let's say a bit focused that way as well. But let's see how it works.
Good. Yeah. Quick word with Aaron Johnson. Slightly strange one here, Aaron. Looking at the map.
Go on ahead.
You're going off the start down to a bale round the sheet.
Yeah.
Have you? We don't see that same bit of road used both ways. We don't see that much.
No, and thankfully we don't see it too much, and especially when it's at the start. So if somebody has a problem, you know straight away instead of it was in the mid stage. But yeah, listen, it adds something to it. So
Why have they done it? I mean,
you'd have to ask them. No idea.
It's a strange one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but all good with you?
All good.
Good man. Thanks, mate. It is a strange one this morning. So the cars are going off the start line, down a straight. Elliot's nearly in the ditch. Do you want a hand out of the ditch? They're going off the start, down the straight, round a straw bale, back up the straight that they've just come down, and into a hairpin left. We have seen going up the road a huge number of spectators, and I think that is obviously a fairly big reason why it's somewhere that they can pack in a lot of people in what is a reasonably accessible place. Adrian's just arrived. He's having a good look at the tyres. He's put a bit of lock on just so that he can look at the inside shoulder. Adrian, quick word this morning. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Yeah. Well, you put a bit of lock on there. Any concerns with the tyres?
I just no, not the tires. The team asked me to check if something was fit properly on the car, so I just did it.
And it's all good?
Yeah, it's all good.
What are your thoughts today?
Yeah. It's difficult with the rain because we don't know when it will come exactly.
Do you think it will come?
The weather guy says that it will come. Probably after the first two. It can be better, it can be earlier, or it can be later. So, only God knows.
Absolutely, he does. What have you done with the tyres?
I took 1 hard, 3 soft, 2 wet.
I'm just trying to do the mental maths there. There's a big wink from Adrian there. And he's got to take the cover off the tyre. A mixture of hards and soft. Now, the mixture of hards and soft is one thing. So we've just seen Formo's got 2 wets in the boot. Something we talked about a lot yesterday, Simon, was that cross and the imbalance it brings to the car when you put a hard tyre on when you've got softs on. If Formo has a puncture in here, he's going to end up with potentially some hards, some softs, and a wet in there.
Yeah, it is a gamble. I think it's one of those, it could be an inspired choice. If that rain does come this morning and he's out and, those 2 wets, in theory, could save him more than he may lose. If he has a puncture, he's lost, a minute, maybe a minute and a half anyway. So potentially running on a wet, soft and a hard would not be the end of the world. Whereas if it rains, which, you can feel in the air now, it's sort of getting a little bit closer and it's cold and cloudy, it could be a bit of an inspired choice. So, yeah, I would say he's sort of erring on the cautious side, but if it comes off for him, then, yeah, he could be in a good position.
That's a really good point Simon's made there, that if Formo has a puncture and he stops to change, he's lost a minute at least anyway. So, regardless, he's dropped that time, so he's not going to drop any more time. So, yeah, it is a gamble. It is cold. It is feeling colder now. How are we feeling today?
Good, thank you.
Yeah. Now, what are you going to tell us about tyres?
Well, everything you want to hear. I mean, now the choice are made, so...
Wets in the boot?
Yeah, we all have wet in the boots, but it shouldn't be news for the first stage. Let's see what happens next.
What are you hearing? We're hearing rain maybe sort of mid-morning?
Yeah, we hear it's come later than expected now, but how late, and it's very difficult to predict when it's developing here, looks like, so... Our meteo information this morning was be prepared for everything. So, thank you, but we can't.
Well, exactly. Just a quick one about, obviously, Lefebvre, not Simon Jean-Joseph this time. How did that work out yesterday?
Yeah, very well. I think Stefan did a very good first day with us, and I'm happy with the information I get. So hopefully we carry on like this.
Good man. We'll leave Seb to warm up and just grab very quick. Oi, can we have a very quick word? Do you have wets in the boot?
Yeah.
I mean, it is just probably one of the most difficult days to try and second guess the weather today, isn't it?
Not the most difficult there been. I mean, in this championship there have been definitely some very difficult days, but yeah, it's been a bit open.
Yeah. And plan for today is, what do you want to do? What do you want from today? You want more experience, more knowledge of the car, or is it all about pure performance and push like hell?
Oh, we definitely would like to improve, so let's see if it's possible.
Have you made many changes to the car overnight?
No, not so many to do.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Oi, Tanak. How are you doing? All good this morning?
Yeah, pretty okay. Just a bit not sure what to expect, so let's see.
Are you about to pull wets out there? You are, aren't you?
Sorry?
You're pulling wets out here.
I'm going to see what there is.
It has to be said today, it is going to be something of a lottery. It definitely feels like there's some raindrops coming. Let's try and grab a very, very quick word with Elvin. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks.
How do you prepare? How do you begin to try and prepare for a day which could bring anything weather-wise?
You can't really, you just have to get on with it.
He's a very busy man. We're going to leave him in peace and go and grab a very quick word with Thierry Neuville. And don't forget, the road is going to be getting progressively dirtier as we move through the field. And if that rain does come, I mean, you can see here, this is essentially what the boys are going to be cutting into. At the moment, it's really not muddy. If Elliot just comes here a second, we can see at the side of the road, these are the kind of cuts that they're going to be taking. It's just gravel. It's not particularly wet, it's not particularly muddy, but that can soon change. But it just feels, okay, my trainers are not any match for a Pirelli P0, but it's slippery. It's not going to be easy. Thierry Neuville, good morning. Good morning. What are our thoughts on today?
not much thought at the moment.
When have you ever started a day joint leading?
I guess so. Yeah, I think it's not the first time, but to be honest, I couldn't remember when.
No,
No,
it's going
every Friday morning, basically.
unless there was a super special on Thursday night. It is going to be a tricky day. What have you heard about the weather?
So far, yeah, it's going to be tricky. There are more chances of rain than no rain, so it's going to be tricky out there.
Yeah. And any changes to the car last night?
A bit. Let's see how it works. I mean, obviously we prepared a bit for the rain first, and yeah, few little changes.
If that rain does come after this stage, is there much adjustment that you'll make, many clicks that you do on the car?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if it's not raining now, I hope it doesn't rain while we are in the stage. But yeah, no, I will not do much adjustment.
So that's it. The cars are heading into stage 9, into the unknown. Weather-wise, who knows what's to come? We've got no idea, but whatever does come, stay tuned to dirtfish.com. We'll keep you informed. Look out for our lunchtime live today, our end-of-day review at the end of the day. But just stay with us here on dirtfish.com.